Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This replay was sent to me only a short while ago by Mike1963-1. He's in the T26E4 Super Pershing and he's on Sand River Encounter. Now, yeah, I'm afraid the person this video is all about has just made himself known because he used the N word, and there he is again, T34 Waffle of War, using the N word in game. He's already been warned that he's going to be reported by Mike, and other people are already saying that he's a racist AWOL. We'll say AWOL. And there he goes again, using the N word prolifically in chat. Now, it's not the sort of thing you want to see in any game for that matter. It's not necessary. And here it goes again. It's just totally unacceptable. Now, it's perfectly acceptable. Mike's gone so upset about this that he's actually rammed the guy who's actually causing the problem. Now, what he's doing at the moment is technically trolling him, and he shouldn't do that. But I think he's just saying he's so upset that this guy's using this word. And quite rightly too, because nobody wants to hear this sort of word in battle. And even the enemy Arty's getting involved now. But unfortunately, he just tracked Mike, not the racist. Now, Mike shouldn't be doing what he's doing in terms of trolling him. He should just let him die on the battlefield to the enemy. But I think, yeah, more enemy RT fire. This time round, Mike suffered a loss of 255 hit points to the M44, and he's continuing to pursue T34, the racist, who just took fire from the enemy tanks just over there. And now Mike's taken around from the enemy T26E4, and being as he's held in this place, he's going to take even more fire until he gets under cover, and I think that's what the T34 wanted. He wanted Mike to be in sight of the enemy, and he's forcing him back into the enemy sight. And if Mike takes another round, that will be directly the fault of the T34, but then Mike put him in that position, or put himself in that position. And even though Mike's angling himself against the enemy, he's more than likely going to take another round from that T26, because, yeah, he didn't know. Mike shouldn't put himself in this position, he really shouldn't. Because that T34 is obviously now trying to inflict as much harm as he can on Mike. Now, Mike should be backing up and turning around, and unfortunately it's too late for him now because he's been wiped out. And that's what the T34 wanted. So Mike, I'm afraid you died in this battle because you allowed that T34 to get the better of you by holding you back in front of the enemy, and then the enemy killed you. If you'd actually just ignored the T34 and highlighted him to the enemy instead, well, not highlighted him to the enemy, but just reported him, then he would get banned. But unfortunately now you've played into his hands, and he's now doing better than you because he's getting shots on the enemy whilst you're dead. So as much as I dislike racism, and I'm glad that that guy's out the battle and now he can be reported, Mike, I think you're putting yourself in a position where you could actually be killed by him. And I don't think, even if you'd been pushed back in front of the enemy, that he would turn blue for allowing a teammate to be damaged by the enemy, because you could have driven out the way. Now Mike's telling everyone to please report him so we can get him banned, and I thoroughly agree with that. He's still mentioning the N word in chat, and nobody on the rest of the team needs to be inflicted with that, even after he's dead. There's no reason for him to do that whatsoever. Yeah, other people saying they're going to report him as well. So he's not going to be just reported by Mike. He's going to be reported by quite a few people, and that's good. There's just no need to use that word at all. Even as a familiarity, there's no need to use it. It's one of those words which should be banned by everyone, to say, look, we don't need to use that word, we can rise above it. Anyone who does use it is basically asking to be treated as a racist by everyone. Well, the enemy is capping, and it's not surprising because there's only 4 members left on their team, and I don't think they're going to last very much longer. I suspect that the racist has already left the battle and has gone into another game, and again is using that racist word to spread the hatred all around. Only 3 left now, and there are 2 in the cap. Despite the fact that one of those teammates, the T26E4, is putting up a good fight, I don't think this battle's going to last very much longer. And there goes the T26E4, which means now it's just the M44 and the T25-2. As we know, T25-2s do not have much armour. The M44 has been taken out by the T26E5, so it's obviously in sight, and that's it, they've capped out. And they killed the last one, so they get the bonus. Here's the end of battle results, and yes, it wasn't a great game for Mike, but then he didn't really play it correctly. As I would say, if you do have somebody who is trolling like that and being racist on the board, just highlight the racist statements. Make sure that your teammates know so that they will report it, and then report it yourself after the battle and get video evidence, so if you can, so you can submit that to Wargaming and let them take the appropriate action by giving the man an appropriate, or person an appropriate ban. This is the name of the player, waffleofwar9 in the T34. It is his real name. He wasn't using an anonymizer. And if we actually then switch to the next available page, yeah, there we go. There's waffleofwar. That's his real name. He's actually an average player with a better than average win rate, but this guy is definitely racist, and I think under the circumstances, Wargaming needs to give him a serious ban to reflect the fact that he is using inappropriate chat, and when I say inappropriate chat, I mean chat that nobody needs to see in battle, and that therefore he should get a ban. So please do report this person, waffleofwar9, as a racist and using racist language in chat. And please ask Wargaming to give him a significant ban to reflect the fact that he is being racist, so they will then give him the appropriate suspension. Thanks for watching.